In this video, I am going to explain about one of the disk scheduling algorithm, that is C-scan disk scheduling algorithm. This algorithm is similar to scan algorithm to some extent. So all of you first watch the scan disk scheduling algorithm, then watch this video. Okay, I'll explain this concept, I'll explain this algorithm with the help of an example. We know that hard disk contains many platters, right? Let us assume that this is one plotter and each plotter has many circular shaped tracks. So these are called circular shaped tracks on the plotter. In each plotter we can have thousands of circular shaped tracks. Okay, and let us assume that this is the arm assembly and this is the arm and this is the reader write head. So if you observe, reader write head is at track number 53. That means you can read the data or write the data at the track number 53 only. Okay, you cannot read or write the data at other track numbers. Okay, for example, if you want to read or write the data at the track number 199, then you should rotate the arm assembly and you should move this arm to track number 199. Okay, so now we can read or write the data at track number 199. Here if you observe, the time taken to move the arm assembly from 53 to 199 is called the seek time. Okay, now I'll explain this example with the help of I'll explain this concept with the help of an example. Let us assume that these are the track numbers of input and output request. Okay, and here 53 is the head start. That means reader write head is at 53 track number. Okay, if you observe, there is no request for 53 track number, right? That means here the disk arm should move from this track number. Okay, so if you observe the scan algorithm, first let us see some points about scan algorithm, then we will see C-scan. In the scan algorithm, what it will do, it can move in any of the direction, right? It can move either towards 0 or it can move towards 199. Let us assume that, so it is moving towards 199. Now, while moving towards 199, it will serve all the requests in its path. If you observe here, there is a request for 65, right? So it will move in this direction. Okay, then we have 67, so it will move in this direction. Okay, next 98, so it will move in this direction. Okay, so now this arm will move in this direction to 122, then 124, then it will reach 183. Okay, after that there are no requests, then also it will reach the end. Okay, after reaching one end, what it will do, the disk arm will change its direction. Okay, and it will move towards 0, and while moving towards 0, it will serve all the requests, right? So what are the requests now? What are the requests? Here we have some other requests, right? So what are the other requests? Here we have 37. Okay, then we have, let us assume that, so there is a requested 37 track number and requested 40, right? So these are the requests. So while moving in this direction, it will serve these requests also. Okay, finally it will reach to 0. Finally it will reach to 0, right? So now the scan algorithm will move the disk arm in this direction. Okay, so while moving in this direction, it will serve all the request, then it changes its direction and returns back. Okay, and while reaching 0, and it will serve all the request in between 199 and 0. That is scan algorithm, right? So now we will see what is circular scan. Circular scan is somewhat similar to scan algorithm, right? So here also it will start at 53 and it will serve all the request from 53 to 199. It will also move only in one direction and it will serve all the request between 53 and 199. After that, so it will change its direction and it will move towards 0. But here the C-scan algorithm while moving towards 0, it will not serve any request. Okay, without serving any request, it will returns to the track number 0. That means in the return trip, it will not serve any request. Okay, then after reaching 0, again it will go to the 14, then it will go to the 37. That is the only difference between scan and cscan. So here in this diagram, I'll represent it. Okay, there is a request for 65, 67, right? Let us assume that this CAM is at 53. From 53 to it will move outwards, right? It will move upwards. Then after reaching this, so without serving any request, it go to 0. From 0 to it will serve all other requests. Then from here it will go to 0. Okay. From here it will serve all the requests. Then it will again go to 0. Okay. It looks like a circular shape, right? So that's the reason it is called circular scan algorithm, or we can call it as cscan algorithm. So the only difference is in the scan algorithm. So when we reach the end of when we reach one end, then from that what we will do, we will change our direction and it will serve all the requests in its path. But in case of circular scan, when it reach one end, then without serving any request, it will return back to the 0 track. Okay, that means in the return trip it will not serve any request. Okay, so when it reaches 0 track, then it moves towards 199 and it will serve all the requests in its path. Okay, this is called cscan scheduling algorithm, or we can call it as circular scan scheduling algorithm.